Paris is not just a city to visit. It is a city to taste. Every street, every corner, every small bistro tells a story. A story made of aromas, tradition, and passion. And maybe more than anything else, food is what truly connects you to this city. Because in Paris, you do not just eat. You live an experience. Let's start with one of the most iconic places in French gastronomy, Le Muris. Everything here feels elegant. The rooms look like royal salons. The light is soft. Every detail feels perfect. Chef Alain Ducasse created a cuisine that is refined but still deeply rooted in tradition. Every dish is not just good. It is emotional. Colors, textures, flavors. Everything works together to create something unforgettable. But Paris is not only about luxury. The real soul of the city lives in its bistros. Small places where time feels slower. One of the most famous is Le Comptoir du Relais. It feels warm, intimate, almost like home. You sit down, you order a glass of wine, and you let the food guide you. Foie gras, rich and delicate. Duck confit, soft and full of flavor. This is real French cuisine. Simple, authentic. Then there is Bouillon Chartier. A completely different place, but just as special. As soon as you walk in, you feel the energy. Large rooms, shared tables, waiters moving quickly. It is lively. It is noisy. It is real. The food is simple, affordable, but full of character. It shows you that French cuisine is not only fine dining, it is also about sharing. If you want something more modern, then there is Septime, a new vision of Paris. Seasonal ingredients, creative dishes, a focus on sustainability. Every plate is different. Every experience is unique. It is a cuisine that looks to the future, but still respects its roots. And maybe the most beautiful thing about Paris is this. You do not need famous places to eat well. Sometimes you just walk. You get lost in the streets, in Le Marais, or Saint-Germain. You follow a smell. Fresh bread. A warm dish cooking slowly. And that is enough. Because bread is a symbol here. Paris is not only the capital of France. It is one of the world capitals of art. A city where every museum tells a story. Where every artwork holds a fragment of humanity. And where the past continues to live in the present. And you cannot talk about art without starting with the Louvre Museum. The Louvre is not just a museum. It is an entire universe. With more than 35,000 works on display, it is one of the largest and most visited museums in the world. But the most fascinating thing is that every visit is different. As soon as you enter, you are welcomed by its iconic glass pyramid. A perfect contrast between ancient and modern, between history and innovation. And then you start walking. Room after room, era after era. You find yourself traveling through centuries of art and civilization. And of course there is her. The Mona Lisa. Small, mysterious, surrounded by visitors. Yet able to capture attention like few other works in the world. Her gaze, her smile, have become universal symbols. But the Louvre is much more than the Mona Lisa. There is the majestic Venus de Milo. With its timeless beauty, there is the powerful winged Victory of Samothrace. That seems to take flight before your eyes. Works that are not only meant to be observed, but to be felt. Yet Paris is not only the Louvre. Just a few steps from the Seine we find another extraordinary place, the Musée d'Orsay, a unique museum located inside a former railway station. And that alone would already make it special. But what it holds is even more incredible. Here lives Impressionist art. Colors, light, emotions captured in a single moment. The works of Claude Monet, of Vincent van Gogh, of Edgar Degas, artists who changed the way we see the world. Walking through these rooms feels like entering a dream made of light and color. And then there is another museum completely different, but just as unmissable. The Centre Pompidou. Here art changes its face. The building itself is a work of art. Colored pipes, exposed structures, a design that breaks every rule. Inside we find modern and contemporary art. Works that provoke, make you think, sometimes even spark debate. It is a place that divides people, but precisely for that reason it fascinates. Because art does not always need to be understood. Sometimes it only needs to be experienced. And this is the strength of Paris. A city capable of holding everything. Classical art and modern art. Tradition and revolution. Every museum is an open door to a different world. And no matter how many times you return, there will always be something new to discover. Because in Paris, art is not only inside museums. It is in the streets, in the details, in the atmosphere. It is everywhere. And after exploring these extraordinary places, you will understand that Paris is not only visited, it is seen, it is heard, it is felt, and above all, it is remembered. Paris is a living city, dynamic, full of noise, lights, and movement. But there is also a quieter, deeper side. A side made of reflection, history, and spirituality. And it is precisely by entering its churches that you truly discover it. Places that are not only religious, but true guardians of time. And this journey cannot begin without speaking about her, the Notre-Dame Cathedral. For centuries it has been the spiritual heart of the city. A masterpiece of Gothic architecture with its imposing towers, its sculptures, its endless details. Entering here meant entering something greater. Light filtered through stained glass windows, silence wrapped everything. And even after the terrible fire of 2019, the fire at Notre Dame marked the whole world. But Notre Dame has not disappeared. It is being reborn. And this is exactly what makes it even more special. A symbol of resilience, hope, and continuity. Just a few steps away, hidden in the streets of Ile de la Cite, there is a nearly magical place, the Saint Chapel. From the outside it may seem discreet, but once you enter you are left speechless. Its stained glass windows tell ancient stories, and when sunlight passes through them, the entire space transforms. Red, blue, gold. An explosion of colors that feels suspended in time. It is one of those places where you do not need to speak. You only need to look. And then going up toward Montmartre we find another icon, the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. White, luminous, visible from all over the city. But its real magic is not only in its architecture. It is in its location. From here Paris opens up before your eyes. The streets, the rooftops, the life flowing below. Everything feels more distant, more calm. And inside the atmosphere changes again. There is silence. There is peace. A strong contrast with the chaos of the city outside. But Paris is full of lesser-known churches. And often those are the ones that surprise the most. Small hidden chapels. Neighborhood parishes. Simple places but full of soul. Entering them means taking a pause, taking a moment, breathing, because these churches are not only monuments, they are living spaces. Spaces that tell stories of people, of eras, of emotions. And even if you are not religious, they still manage to transmit something. Maybe it is the silence. Maybe it is the light. Maybe it is the feeling of being for a moment outside of time. And this is exactly their power. In a city that runs, that shines, that never stops. The churches of Paris invite you to slow down, to observe, to feel, and to discover a different side of the city, more intimate, more authentic, because Paris is not only what you see, but also what you feel, and these places make you feel it for real. And finally we arrive in one of the most iconic, most alive, most authentic places in Paris. A place where art is not locked inside museums, but breathes, moves, and takes shape right in front of your eyes. We are in Montmartre, a district that feels like a small world of its own. Narrow streets, stairways, hidden corners, and a bohemian atmosphere present in every detail. Legendary artists like Pablo Picasso and Vincent van Gogh once lived here. And even today that spirit remains. The heart of it all is Place du Tertre, a square that feels like it came from another time. As soon as you arrive, you are surrounded by easels, canvases, and colors. Artists everywhere. Some paint landscapes of Paris. Others create portraits. Others specialize in caricatures, fast, ironic, surprising. And the most beautiful thing is that you can stop, sit down, and become part of the artwork. In just a few minutes, an artist can turn your face into a unique memory. A piece of Paris you can take with you. But Montmartre is not only that. It is the sound of a guitar in the distance. It is an artist painting in silence. It is the sunset light coloring the streets. It is a place where time seems to move more slowly. Walking through these streets, you realize that every corner has something to tell. Every wall, every window, every staircase. And maybe that is exactly what makes Montmartre so special. It is not perfect. It is not built. It is real. And here Paris shows one of its most authentic faces. A face made of creativity, freedom, expression. Because art here is not distant, not untouchable. It is alive. It is close. It is for everyone. And while you watch a painter bring a canvas to life, or you smile at a freshly finished caricature, you understand something. That Paris is not only a city to see, it is a city to live, to feel, to remember. And now it is your turn. Tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Write it below. I am curious to know from which part of the world you are living this journey with me. And if you enjoyed this video, keep following French Memories, because the journey has only just begun.